Okay, so this is a quick demo of GLS Chroma. This first test is a bunch of light ID control. So that's a bunch of light IDs flickering, and then the bottom here is waves and chunks using chroma colors. The top is direct light ID control, mirroring on the top right there, out of the box. And then here, left is out of the box, and right is the exact same thing, but with chroma RGB colors, to basically demonstrate that OEM GLS events and the chroma events do the exact same thing. Then we have a pretty basic test here, which just shows a green-white strobes. This is using custom data strobe color and custom data color on the left, and an OEM primary color on the right. So if you look back there, you'll see the left side is fading to white, while the right side is just a normal strobe. And then here we've got kind of a glitchy looking test. I didn't bother to make this look super cohesive, but everything in here that looks glitchy is meant to be glitchy. This is just a bunch of very technical tests doing a bunch of different things so that I can diff them frame by frame. But you can kind of get the feel for all the different things you can do in here. Yeah, that is ChromaGLS. I suppose I could go over, whoops, suppose I could go over 1.29.1 here. So 1.29.1 is special in that it did not natively support strobe light levels. And for some reason I decided to take it upon myself to backport strobe light levels to 1.29.1 because it sounded fun. It wasn't, spoilers. But the end result is that we can do rotations now with easements that are not supported in 1.29.1. So you'll see here, after a little bit of color testing, we end up doing this bounce back and forth in the bottom right here. This is actually an easement that would have just locked in place in OEM 1.29.1 because it is using the bounce easement that was added, I think, 1.37.1. So this basically backports unsupported easements to their closest relative in 1.29.1 and 1.34.2. And as you can see, all the color stuff works in 1.29.1 as well. So we've got all this stuff. There are some small differences in like fog bloom behavior in 1.29.1. I had to boost the bloom to get it like parity on colors with the later versions of the game. But it looks pretty much the same now. Like if you go over it with a frame by frame viewer, one of the main things you'll notice is that sometimes the strobes don't quite line up the same, and I think that's just a difference in the actual engine itself. But they always line up pretty close. So we've got the same green-white here. We've got the same glitchy looking test. It was a huge pain to get the lower strobe levels in 1.29.1 to match the, like when strobing between two colors, it behaved super weird because it didn't support strobe light levels out of the box. So that took forever. But yeah, that is ChromaGLS. Hope everybody makes some cool maps with it. Can't wait.